Hey everyone, welcome back to PlaycrastiNation. Population 300 and something. I honestly don't know because I haven't checked in a while. More on that later. And welcome to the next episode of Into the Breach, guys. I am terribly sorry for the lack of videos lately. I just got off a plane about 2 hours ago, and I'm officially back from Florida. So went to a little business conference for about a week or so, and didn't really get videos before that done because I knew I needed to get basically a week's worth of work done in like I left last Wednesday, and I had to get my week's worth of work done on that Monday and Tuesday, and so really I started working that weekend because I'm not working 40 hours, 2 days. There's not enough time. So I started working a little bit on the weekend, and that working on the weekend caused me to, unfortunately, not record anything, but there's some good stuff coming for you guys, I promise, including this episode of Into the Breach that you're watching right now. Actually, I can't see the future, so I don't know if this episode is that good, but we're gonna pretend that it is. I have not played in a while, so we'll see how my decision-making skills are. By completing 2 islands, you've unlocked Pinnacle Robotics. In future games, you'll be able to visit unlocked islands in any order. Yes. Final mission. After securing 2 corporate islands, the final mission is available to complete. The difficulty of this battle scales to your current progress. Fighting it now will be as much of a challenge as attempting it after securing additional islands. Securing more islands before the final mission will allow you to save more civilians and increase your final score. Okay, so you can go for endgame if you want to right now. But why would you? The more islands we complete, the more upgrades we get. Although it did just say that, like, you know, the final mission will then get harder because of that. But, oh my gosh, I dropped something. I don't know what it means by final score. I'm assuming final score. I'm pretty sure there's like there's a currency system in the game that you can buy other mechs with, like other teams. And so I assume it's like how well you perform in this final one will increase the number of those you get, but I have no idea. Let's head to the Frozen Island, because we haven't yet. Pinnacle Robotics fights a war on 2 fronts, one against Vec, the other against its own sentient weapons. That sounds fun. Let's do it. A new biome for us to interact with. Pinnacle Robotics head office. I hope you can respect both forms of life on this island, organic and mechanical. I will do my best. I'm no threat detected. Oh wait, that's already green means good. We're going to the red areas. We either have Pinnacle Garden, secondary cooling, cold storage. We don't really need, like, this is probably the easiest one, but we have full power, so really we're looking for reputation. So either cold storage or secondary cooling. This one take less than 3 grid damage. I don't see how we wouldn't do that, so let's do it. When I lost control of my environmental processes, hundreds of Vec and machines alike were frozen solid. As the island comes back online, these fresh dangers are being freed. Let's see, there are a lot here. Okay. Deploying mech. This unit is frozen. It cannot move or attack and will remain frozen until it takes damage. So in other words, we should just not let them take damage and they'll stay frozen forever and we win. This unit is armored. All incoming weapon damage will be reduced by 1. Cool. But push is unaffected. Good to know. So I can spawn back here somewhere. We have a ton of power and we have to protect the emergency batteries. I assume that was this, but maybe it is. I have no idea. Let's place some units. Not really sure how I want to do this, but this seems like a good little lineup here. Everybody needs to try to get a line of sight. And I'm assuming some Vec are going to spawn as well, even though, or maybe they're not. I don't see where they would spawn. Like, usually the Vec come up first, but they're all frozen. So let's see what we got here as I die. Mission start. Time for some, oh, they have unfrozen themselves. Okay. All right, so we have several new enemies that I have no clue what they do, and we should try to learn that for ourselves right now. This man jumped really far. He's an alpha leaper. Hardened carapace. The shell scion is providing arm. There's a shell scion? Who's the shell scion? Okay, so we have another form of scion. So before we had the regular scion, which gives all enemies 1 extra HP. Then we had the blast scion, which caused all enemies to explode upon death. Now we have the shell scion, which all other Vec have incoming weapon damage reduced by 1. So it puts armor on all enemies. Seems not ideal. This man created rocks when he did his thing, which is a little annoying. So you usually have 2 HP. You web the target and prepare to bite it. You do 5 damage. So obviously we're not going to let you attack our grid power there. What do? Creates a defensive rock wall before attacking adjacent tiles for 1 damage. So it's going to do 1 damage to everything. Makes it kind of annoying. You're like completely blocked in and I can't get to you. I really don't dig that. Yeah, it's like quite bad. Oh, I forgot we changed this guy to rock, which does 3 damage, which is better. But we lost the building ability. So you should do 3 damage now. So I believe if I hit you, you'll just die. It only does 2. Oh, incoming damage is reduced by 1, of course. So actually we're only doing 2. Does that mean, will we do any damage to you? We may literally do no damage to you. No, we still do 1, which is fine and dandy. You're now attacking a mountain, which is better for me. No. Q to disarm. Come here. Punch him in the face. It's still only going to do 1. So actually, Q to undo move. And instead, we're going to punch you into the mountain. You have died. Mountain is crumbling. And you're leaving fire behind for some reason. I don't really get it, but I'd like to just stay in the same spot. And then my turn. Good first turn, guys. Let's do this. Okay, more things are coming alive. Okay, so this must be the... Because these aren't Vec, I don't think. This is an artillery bot. Launches rocket at 3 tiles. So that's a little annoying. Like, does this mean that every island has additional threats that are not just Vec? Because this guy's not a Vec, and he's still here. We now, fortunately, have access to the Shell Scion, who has 2, so we're absolutely going to want to murder that thing right off the bat. Let's go ahead and do that. Do 3 damage to you with the rock. This rock seems like it's going to be really good, and also these things' armor is now gone as well. Shoot you, you should die. You exploded. Whoa, let's get you in a better position to attack on the next turn, and end the turn successfully. I'm assuming, yes, we have more men coming to us. Not a big deal in my opinion. Laser bot. Piercing beam, damage reduced by range. So you're just gonna fire everywhere in front of you, but you have only 1 HP, so you should be quite easy to kill. You have 2, you're doing a long range attack. Once again, not super concerned because I can reach you and murder you and you're dead. And you, my friend, are like super easy to just go ahead and hit with a rock. And there's now no more enemies on the screen. So does the next turn just a wash as well? Yeah, there's nothing left to do. We end the turn, and that's an easy mission number 1. Is that all the Vec, really? Flawless mission, IMO. I'm really liking the setup we have for this team. Not gonna lie, the defense just went up. That was wonderful. Yeah, not gonna lie, the rock on the artillery unit, I'm sure it's gonna happen at some point where we're like, I would love to shoot a building right now, but I can't. But the damage output, tripling the damage from 1 to 3 seems great. Okay. Region secured. You have reached max level, my friend. I mean, I'm happy for you, but also kind of sucks. We got a reputation. Fantastic. Like I said, we really just want reputation, so Pinnacle Garden, although I guess getting this would get us more grid defense percentage, but we don't take damage at all. My creator did not teach me to seek vengeance, but she did not have to watch the horror of the Vec. Thanks for the little life advice before we start the mission, I guess. Okay. Get everybody in a good position to do some damage. Once again, this guy, now that he can do 3, oh, we have the Shell Scion again, so we're going to want to focus efforts on you. We got 2 big old leapers, and then we got the Alpha Digger. Are you different? No, you create the defensive rock wall. Except you have, the last one only had 2 HP, and you do 2 damage. Maybe because you're an alpha, maybe the last one, maybe the last one was just maybe the last one was still in beta. I don't know. It's a video game joke, and no, I need to not be webbed. I need to not be webbed. I mean, getting unwebbed is quite simple. Thankfully, there's actually several things we can do. Thankfully, all of which are pretty sweet. Let's see how we want to do this. Obviously, shooting this guy into you will murder you. It'll murder you. That's 2 kills with 1 Tank Boy, and Tank Boy is not that great. Forgot that Tank Boy had smoke as well. Maybe use that at some point. Although I'd love for Tank Boy to be able to just block a spawn, but then obviously you can't shoot this way because he hits us. So maybe, you know, Tank doesn't do that. With Artillery Man, you will then be a little bit weaker. We have a couple things we can do. We can either bring him back here and launch a rock here, thus pushing you into that, and pushing you into you, murdering you, but then you don't die. So that's actually not the best strategy. Let's do what we know we want to do first, which is shooting you into you, which should take out both of you guys. It does. Now we definitely have to do something to free this man from his prison. AKA shooting this guy or pushing him in some way. If we push him, I'm pretty sure he's then going to attack the building, so that seems horrible. So we definitely probably don't want to do that. So instead, I think we'll just throw a rock on you and take you out. Push that rock. I lost my sound for some reason. Hopefully you guys can still hear it, but I'm completely going in blind. And then we can punch you and we get one extra move after, so we can get out of the danger zone, as Kenny Loggins would say. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll punch you. You're almost dead. And now we can get out of the danger zone. You'll attack a mountain. We do have 2 more spawning on the next turn, but I kind of think we are just utterly set in terms of our whatever. I think we're pretty set in terms of this thing, except for I don't know what you are, and I'd like to know. Could we learn a little bit about you? Acidic Vomit. It's a centipede. Launches a volatile mess of goo. Stop describing my Friday nights. Applying acid on nearby units. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, so we can definitely not... I was going to say we could, but now that I look at it, we cannot. I would love to get where this guy is. Yeah, it's really annoying that he makes a little defensive perimeter for himself. I really don't like that. It would have been nice to stand here, launch one at you, do 3 damage to you while also pushing you into this, but that's not going to happen. You are attacking here, so we got to get you offline, and it's not as simple, unfortunately. Actually, what would be wonderfully simple, and I will be doing... is to put Tank Boy here, shooting you onto your own spawn. You will hit nothing, and you'll die to your spawn next turn while blocking a spawn. So we definitely want to do that as our turn 1. I do 2 damage now. I mean, it means we're not going to block a spawn. But maybe I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with it. How much do you do then? You still just do 2. So really we want to get... but you're still gonna, like when you acid a building, is that like, that's gonna hurt? I'm trying to figure out if that's gonna hurt. Where can you go? It stinks because I'm pretty sure if we, like, the rock's gonna get pushed into me, and that kind of sucks. I guess we could also just, yeah, that's a better strategy, is to push the rock into you. Yeah, that way we don't take damage. And then, yeah, we can't do 3 damage to you, which is unfortunate. What does acid do? I mean, it's gonna hurt a building is the problem, because we can't do enough damage. I think I botched this turn, and I'm gonna go ahead and reset. Because I think a smarter thing, honestly, is to... I forgot... I honestly didn't know you did 2 damage, and then I thought a little bit too... I went a little too quickly. Essentially doing the exact same thing. We're going to take 1 damage into our own guy, and that's going to take you out. Like I said, do the exact same thing with this guy. It's cool that it plants a rock, too, so we can actually use this guy defensively as well. And then punch you, take you out, and now we're standing on a spawn. So we are going to block a spawn next turn as well. I think that's a much better move. I mean, we're not going to take grid damage because of it, so it most certainly is a better move. The only difference is that this guy is now taking 2 damage, but is that really that big a deal? I would say no. You have a lot of HP, I'm noticing on my screen. Ooh! So theoretically... could this guy drop a rock on a spawn block and then stop an enemy from spawning? Because that also seems fantastic. You do 3. I'm going to stand on this spot, punch you. because you are now blocking another spawn, which is good, and getting shot by your own guy. And as long as we keep you out of the danger zone, that seems like a good thing. You, sir, come here and shoot you one this way, and you, sir, man, this rock's getting in the way. I would love to push you over one more, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. I think... Yeah, I think that's fine for this turn. So we're blocking one spawn here. You're going to block a spawn, and you're going to take an extra damage. So you're going to take 2 damage. You'll be at 1. You're at 1. And we'll have 1 more enemy spawning on the next turn. You're hitting nothing. You're hitting nothing. Kind of feels like we're wasting a move, maybe. Like, I could obviously just take this guy out. But we're already at 7 of 6 enemies killed. I got to kill 1 more next turn. And we'll meet our objective. AKA, don't get pushed. Okay, good. I was like, if you got pushed, I'd be pretty upset. Now, we are down to 2 HP here, but that's not a big deal. We do got another, toxic goo boy, which I don't really like, but he shouldn't be that big a threat because I can literally just punch you there, kill both of you, come here, launch a rock on you, you're dead, end turn. That's a win. And we killed 9 enemies while doing it. Is he actually becoming the greatest? Does absence make the fart grow, or the, what is it? Is it fart? Heart. What the heck am I thinking? Absence makes the heart grow fonder, or perhaps a different organ, maybe the brain? Because that was like the easiest 2 missions we've ever done in our entire life. My subterranean sensors are reporting no life signs. All Vec are dead. You have made the sector safe again. Cool. We may as well do one more, I feel like. Defend the robots? Yeah, let's do one more real fast. That's a lot of spawns right off the bat. But let's do one more. Then we can do like 3 this episode, and the next episode will be 2. Wow, that is a lot of it. And then gotta protect this guy? Okay. Obviously we want this guy over here because that's where the threats are. Oh, we can spawn on ice? Feel a little scared by that fact. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. And then you just spawn back here and you just consider your life for a second. All right, let's confirm and let's do this. The mechs have landed. See if we can get a 3rd one done. Pod incoming. We would love a pod. Remember, grid first, then the Vec, then secure. How about I do what I want? Maybe? Are these teleporters? Do the robots move by themselves? There's a lot of things happening on the screen that we're unfamiliar with. First of all, a freeze mine. Any unit that stops on this space will be frozen. Okay, does that mean that we can get enemies onto it? Like if I shoot a rock here and push you onto this, does that mean you are then frozen? Because that seems wonderful. I think probably the easiest decision, first of all, is to destroy the shield scion, the armor scion, whatever it's called. What do you call them? Shell scion. Because every enemy having 1 extra HP is terrible, and we don't want that. Ice tile turns to water when destroyed, must be hit twice. Can you move? Oh, so you just don't move then. So I have to protect you, but like actually protect you because you can die. Okay, cool. Let's do this first of all. Bam. Take care of the shell scion, and would love to be able to move onto a spot. Doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to. Let's test out a little theory here. I just want to know. Can you show me if I push you onto this, will you freeze? Well, you do, but why did you not move? That's a big issue for me. I needed you to get pushed by this rock, and you see, the thing is, you didn't. So we either take grid damage. No, we just like definitely take grid damage because you can't move. Yeah, I can't control these guys. Okay, so may have botched on turn 1. Yeah, because it says defend both robots, and I obviously have to do that. Okay, we got to reset on turn 1. That's never when you want to use your reset. But you know, oops. Now, what we can do, and I think I like this strategy as well, is we could come here with you and drop a rock here. It blocks a spawn, and it should push you unless the laws of pushing are not as I thought. Maybe there's some weird stuff going on with ice. No, that would push you, and it would push you out of harm's way and block a spawn. AKA, I like it. Let's try that move instead. Now, the strategy may still be to punch the Shell Scion. What is the strategy? Like, obviously, if we go stand here with you, you can collect the pod, and you have a line of sight on this guy, which is really good. Where else can you get to? You can't really get to where I need you to. Another strategy with this guy that I can't do anymore is we could have dropped a rock here, pushed you onto here. Well, then we would have had our guy there still, so actually that wouldn't have worked. Never mind. I'd like you to pick up the pod, and then if we shoot you, you'll murder this guy because it'll do 1 damage and 1 when he pushes into this guy, but this guy will live, and then Punching Man can come punch you and only do 1 because the Shell Scion still lives. And push you to a point where you're now attacking my guy, so that doesn't work. And then you're still alive. I mean, this guy's not attacking anything, so he's not really a concern. The Shell Scion, it would be nice to get rid of, but it's not a necessity. You gotta go, you're attacking something. You gotta go, you're attacking 2 things. You know what we could do, actually, is move the tank, like, here and shoot you so you're hitting both of your guys? Maybe I like it. So if I shoot you, do you get pushed? You are getting pushed, and you're now hitting both your guys with acid, may I add. But we can also just... I should have looked at turn order. I didn't look at turn order. And of course, this guy attacks first. That's my fault. That is my fault. Yep. Stupid. Also, our NPCs move first, so hopefully they don't move onto a spot that's going to get them damaged. And if they want to move on a spot that gets them frozen, I'm actually down for that, because maybe you just... Oh, you drop mines. Oh, I forgot. It says smoke immunity. We had smoke with the tank as well. We could have just smoked a bunch of stuff down here. How do we want to handle this then? Because I can't get to where I want to get to, unfortunately. So I think I just got. I think we're gonna have to take a bit of damage this turn. Like, this guy's gonna attack this guy 1 turn too late, which stinks because he's gonna get his attack off on this first. But it's only 1 damage, so honestly, not terrible, but not a very well handled first. Resisted. He's the greatest. Never talk like that. Let's try to never use that voice again, because I just coughed up 2 lungs. That's both of the ones I need. This unit is inflicted with acid. With its defenses corroded, incoming weapon damage will be doubled. Okay, cool, but it doesn't really affect me, so I don't care. And you've attacked the ice. Gotta be careful, don't want to fall in. We blocked an enemy there, which is good, and now we only have 1 enemy to deal with this turn. You've dropped another mine. Well, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. And you've jumped. Okay. This guy obviously has to go. Pretty much no getting around it. The question is, what order do you do it in? Man, I kind of wish we could only do 1 damage. Because we can... Oh, but I don't want to freeze. You need to get out of the way, man. How far can you come up? Not to where I need you to get. I was going to say we can drop another rock here and block a spawn again, push you into you, do 1 damage to you. We can also just like punch this guy, take him out, hit you. Man, you're obnoxious, huh? We can also push him onto the freeze. And by push, I mean punch him onto the freeze. And then we don't have to worry about him ever again. This guy's only got 1 HP, so I'm not really that concerned with him. Like, he's a simple just dropping a rock on if we want to. So, punch you, freeze. Tank Man still needs to get rid of this. Like, this guy needs to still die. I really wish Tank Man could get into a place where he could hit you, but I don't think he's going to be able to. But Tank Man, how far can you go? You cannot get to where I need you to get to. Like, if you do this path, do you get frozen? You don't. Okay, it's only if you stop on the spot. Then the plane can still work. I think. Let me undo all these moves. And let's think about this. Of course, the first two go so fast, and the last one's going to take me about 30 minutes to do. So you can't get to him, you can get to him, but I feel like it's kind of a waste to bring the melee unit towards the one outskirt guy, whereas all the other guys are here. Like, so if I come up here to kill you this turn, I won't be able to get down here for action next turn. So I feel like that's a little bit of a waste. Plus, we can punch this guy from this side and then come block this spawn, or punch this guy from the top and then block a spawn, and I feel like that's more valuable. This guy does 2 damage. I'm overthinking this. Come here. Punch this guy. Freeze him. Come here. Shoot this guy. Kill him. Maybe we could have gone one more unit. I think we could have actually come one further and maybe blocked a spawn there, so that's on me. And then drop a rock on this guy. Safe. Okay, cool. You can still move, but we don't want you to because we want you to block that spawn. And this dude should stay frozen forever, so this should get a heck of a lot easier. Let's remember we don't even have to collect the time pod. We just have to protect it. Okay. You are strong boy. You are just a big old strong boy. Really wish I could get over here to hit you, though. That would be beneficial. Can't seem to. How much HP you got? 3? Well, you're as simple as just hitting with a rock. I mean, it seems like super easy. You do this, you shoot this guy. You come over here, you punch him one more time, then you come back and you step on this spot, and then you shoot a rock at this guy and he's dead. We're blocking 2 more spawns. You got 1 HP left. We're getting 1 enemy spawning on the final turn. That's an easy peasy lemon squeezy win. And we didn't take any grid defense because we got really lucky on a half of a coin flip, if you will. I don't really know what that means. Did you have to stand in the acid, though? You could have gone anywhere you wanted. You could have been anything in the world: an architect, manager, therapist, accountant, vocalist, and principal, nurse. Something, I don't know the words. It's a song I sang in 2nd grade, and it's about jobs. Okay, action available. Don't care, we won. Let's finish this one up. Grid defense just went up to 27. Now, I didn't collect the pod. I get the contents of the pod, right? I get the contents of the pod, right? Because I technically protected it. Oh, yes. Open this up, daddy. We got a passive. Viscera nanobots. Mechs heal 1 damage when they deal a killing blow. I like it. And a reactor core, of course. We just got a new skill on this pilot, which is just +3 grid defense for free, which seems amazing. Okay, at the beginning of next episode, we'll take a look through some of the stuff we just got, maybe spend that reactor core. Don't know yet. I'll figure that out as we go, though. Basically, though, successful episode, and I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. Good to know that I'm not jet lagged. I only traveled 1 time zone, so that's not a thing that happens. But my brain's still in the right place for this game, which is good. And again, I apologize for the lack of content. We're going to try to get that back up starting this week. These videos will be coming out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe I'll finally on Wednesday start the series of one-off Wednesdays, which I said I was going to, and then never did because I couldn't find a game I wanted to play enough. But I think I have one in mind. It just depends if I want to spend the money on it or not. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe to become a citizen of PlaycrastiNation today. And if you know anyone, why am I talking like that? If you know anyone that you think would be a great Playcrastinator, go ahead and send them by because we'd love to have them. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.